Welcome to the Big Bang Tour, an incarnation, if you like, of the Low Countries, all bonded together to try and make a stage race out of what is land usually dedicated to the classics.
Some cobbles, some wet cobbles, but with the start in Bevern, we do one lap. And then we head over towards Hulst before we hit the coast further north. And then we do a couple of kind of local laps, and these local laps are 19.9 kilometres in length.
They're pesky, Brian, and especially with the weather as it is at the moment, as you can see, it goes black around Ulst, and so they'll have at least a preview of the finish line. We'll wait for the bell to ring, shall we, before we actually get to the finish, and we have a golden kilometre within that loop.
Yeah, we do, and that will be towards the finish, just under 9 kilometres to go. Yeah,
we'll get there, and let's hope everyone does. This was about 15-20 minutes ago when I'm afraid the electric cables, which that gentleman taking his life into his own hands, grabbed hold of. Clearly they've been switched off for the riders coming by. Not exactly what you want on the opening day, but then again there have been worse starts. Didn't look that the likes of Larry Warbasse were in too much trouble. This is Arnaud Démare, though, and this would be about the last thing he needs. Just getting in after a technical, but on the wide open sections here, it doesn't take much wind to cause this, Brian. A few splits in the peloton.
No, it didn't help with the crash either. A lot of riders being distanced, trying to get back, and everybody think it's flat, but when you throw in some cobble sections, everybody trying to push towards the front, it gets a little bit slippy in these conditions.
Just check the surface out here. Newly laid, haven't even painted it up with the centre lines just yet, and that's precisely what you don't want. What these guys want is for the peloton to get held up as much as possible. This is your breakaway. You're looking at it right now. Aaron Verweist from Sport Vlaanderen is up here. He's second from the front in this sort of day glow yellow. He's number 211. Baptiste Planckaert, 30 years of age now, but a man who has functioned at the highest level within these lands in the past. So we'll see how he goes today. Wisniewski as well from CCC, nearest to you, number 56, the most rangy of them all. And Lars Yitting back. This is a quality breakaway, Brian, and they've got a minute 25. This group, Brian, they've been hovering at around 30 seconds for quite a few minutes now. They're going to get in, but at what cost?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you can't stay near the front, very difficult when these crashes happen and you have to make efforts to come back. So Team Ineos have got a rider in here they want to bring back. That's why they've got a couple of riders trying to help this group, and this front group is swelling the whole time.
Boromine business, and Sam Bennett, the Irish champion, is within the pack here. In fact, you can just see him hoving into view if you squint through the pickup. Now, 14.2 kilometres to go. Apologies, I've got a little bit of a cough. A minute and 5 is the gap. And indeed, they're having to work at this. They're wrestling the bike, Brian, and that means that the breakaway is making a very good fist of this. Guess what? It's Lars Yitting back who wants to start hoovering up these points. 100 metres to go. He's first to go, but the man you called as well, Wisniewski, is on his case. Looks like he may well be on a stealing duties here. It's between the pair, and I think Back just got that one. Wisniewski thought it was on the throw, but there's another sprint coming up before you know it, and here it is. And Back's in the favoured position right now, if he did indeed take the last one. Planckaert's struggling to get back on here. It looks like they're going to share them one after the other, is it? Let's wait and see. Or are we still counting down to it with this trio?
Yeah, just counting that's the second one coming up in 100 metres time. So it looks as if Wisniewski for me maybe took the first one, going to take the second one. Baptiste Planckaert just giving up too much of an effort. Lars Bak looks to the back and decides that he's going to come around Wisniewski and trying to kind of push on. The gap down to about 23 seconds, so it's going to come down to a sprint. But Wisniewski taking looks like 6 seconds from Bak's fourth with one sprint still to come.
I think they split them, you see. I think Bak took the first one, Wisniewski the second, and now it's every man for himself on this one.
Okay, we'll wait and see, but I think Wisniewski will be just about to come by, but we'll wait. But the gap just gone up ever so slightly to 26 seconds, and they're happy to kind of roll through this one. So back taking it from Wisniewski. We'll get the results pretty soon.
4 kilometres to go. It's that race for that corner, and they still hold out with Back and his foe, or as indeed his compatriot here, as you can see. There it is, Wisniewski with 8 seconds, Back with 7 through the day, and Planckaert just the 3 in that golden kilometre. It's your 1700 metre mark, and it's UAE and Bahrain at the moment, keeping it Middle Eastern in name only, I guess, with 1600 metres to go, 600 to the next crucial curve. And if you want to be in the game, then it looks like they are the wheels that you should be following out there, and that wisdom has spread through the pack here. Trek also very much involved. Edvard Teuns, I think it's Moschetti though, that's going to be their chosen son, and this is your big turn, or one of them, at 1300, 300 metres to another one of these, and still Bahrain have it together. Groenewegen still very much in the house here for Team Jumbo-Visma in the yellow and black, but it's catch up for others, and Philippe Gilbert with Hodge also in the frame here, and Florian Senchal are there as we go underneath the Flamme Rouge.
Yeah, very much, and it's Trek Segafredo that taking this on, but just look at Mike Teunissen. He's looking after Dylan Groenewegen. The goal is the left-hand corner. This is the corner we were talking about. And then it's pretty much straight all the way in towards the finish. We've got a bend about 300 metres to go.
Hodge in the mix here, so likewise for UAE is Milano, who starts to show his face here. Got a decent lead out as we speak. Can't keep up here. Bauhaus at the moment, he's out of position, locked down at the moment. He's going to have to follow through with Halverson, who picks it up for Ineos, tries to tuck in, and look who's coming up here as well. It's Hodge, he's out of position. Likewise is Trek Segafredo with Moschetti just tucking in on the line, and now Groenewegen with a lead out with 300 metres to go. Is he going to be able to impose himself? That's the big question, and it's time to go in a few moments' time. Time running out with 200 to go as the road starts to bend around, just jinked out of position. Moschetti in a decent place right now, and they try and retrieve it and can't do so. It's Sam Bennett at the line, who comes from within the pack and delivers for Bora. Well, who leads a lead out train when you can skip and jink and dive? Bauhaus did get a good finish there, second I believe, but Sam Bennett finishes the job that Bauhaus's boys had teed up for him.
Yeah, well done. The Irish champion and Sam Bennett was skipping around for the last 5 kilometres from wheel to wheel, and chose the right wheel this time and delivered a very good victory.
Sam Bennett takes it. Edvard Teuns it was for Trek, came through with Mike Teunissen in 3rd place. Great work by Philipsen. Phil Bauhaus, work to do, I think. Should have expected a better position, especially after being teed up as he was. Timothy Dupont in 6th place. Dylan Groenewegen, as you saw, got balked, and indeed finished in 7th place. Halverson, Hodge and Capio are your top 10. Well, let's hear from Sam Bennett.
Sam Bennett, you're the first Irish champion who wins a World Tour race. How does this feel?
Yeah, I'm really happy. It's my first win in the jersey, and yeah, really happy it's come sooner rather than later. I'm delighted.
Can you describe the sprint for us?
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. I was just trying to keep up front, and yeah, the guys did a great job keeping me there, and kept in a good position then the last 2K, and just try to hold on to the bigger trains. Yeah, just try and stay out of trouble, really.
It was a very hard race due to the weather conditions. How did you experience this?
Yeah, to be honest, I was nervous with the rain. I had a few skids in the race, but no, it was good. I can't complain.
We've heard you have a special relationship with Belgium. You were born here. Does this play a role in the story?
Well, yeah. You know, it's very hard to win here in Belgium, and you always have that little bit of a connection here.
We also heard a lot of things about your future. There were stories that you were going to go to the Koenig Quick-Step. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
At the moment, there's a lot going on, so I can't speak about it.
But there will be some news soon?
Yeah, there'll be news soon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.